become days, and days become nights. We roamed empty fields with hideous bites, eyes pure white, blood dripping in gore. We feast on your flesh and hunger for more. That was some poem I wrote about zombies in high school, but this isn't even about zombies. So anyway, I'm Golden Gamer, and today we're going to play a game called Mutant Uprising. It's not an action game. It's not really a point and click either. It's a game. It's more like a story, kind of choose your own adventure kind of game. So it's story time, guys. Grab your popcorn, chips, oatmeal, whatever the heck you eat, and let's get this started. Your name is Rick, an unemployed... Oh, you know what? Skip this. Your name is Rick, an unemployed 20-something who lives alone in a one-bedroom house. After a busy morning getting rejected from job interviews, you sit down to watch the news. The newscaster is speaking in a panicked tone, which you think is quite unprofessional. Your eyes widen as you hear what he is saying. There has been some kind of disease outbreak. People are mutating into horrible ways and killing anyone who hasn't been infected. Your bowels tighten as you realize this could be the apocalypse. Again, this isn't zombies, these are mutants. But not your X-Men friendly mutants. Suddenly, let's just get through that. Suddenly, there is a loud knock on the door. You almost jump out of your skin. Your heart is pounding, but unfortunately, you haven't crapped yourself yet. The knocking continues loudly and intensively. What do you do? Ignore the knock and keep watching TV? Go in upstairs room and look down to see who is knocking on the door? Fling the door open and greet whoever it is with a warm welcome. Open the door cautiously on a chain. Could be my package. So, well, it most likely isn't. But let's see. Ignore the knocking, keep watching TV. You know what? Screw them. Let's just keep watching TV. I mean, something's good on. You continue watching the news. What did I do? You continue watching the news report to see if you can glean any more information about this new menace. The news report appeared to be a second away from giving himself a fatal heart attack, but he does give you a vital survival tip. Apparently, anyone who has been infected becomes super strong and can survive wounds that would kill a normal human. The only way to kill them is by beheading them. A simple bullet to the brain will have no effect. Again, these aren't zombies, they're mutants. Suddenly, your front door crashes to the floor and you leap to your feet. You gasp in horror. It is your elderly next-door neighbor, Mrs. Miggins, but there's something very different about her. It could be the yellow goo that is dripping from her mouth, but you aren't sure. Nah, it can't be that. I mean, she drips yellow goo all the time. What are you talking about? Mrs. Miggins is in your house, and she means business. The yellow goo drips from her mouth, hisses as it hits the carpet, burning holes as it lands. You are slightly annoyed by this, as you had only just that carpet fitted, but then you are stricken with terror as Miss Miggins begins to move towards you. Acid dribbles plus skin is not a combination you want to be experiencing. Retreat to the kitchen, throw a pillow at her, and make her go away. Get the hell out. Beat the crap out of her. We're gonna beat the crap out of an old lady, okay. You reckon that you can easily... Wait. I died? Well, crap. You reckon that you can easily beat the crap out of a little old lady and are glad to do so, which doesn't say much about you as a person. No, I'm an evil bitch. What do you expect? The one thing you seem to have forgotten is that she is spewing acid. Oh. You punch her square in the jaw, then scream in agony as your fist begins to melt away from contact with the acid. This gives Miss Miggins enough time to bite your face off. Well, we fail. Well, anyway. So let me try that again. I did not mean to click the stop button. And because I did that, Camtasia thought, oh well, this is a great time to open up. And because my computer is a piece of shit, it couldn't take the pressure and decided to crash on me. But anyway, I am back, and every time I die in this game, it takes you to a checkpoint. So instead of watching TV, like an idiot, we are gonna go upstairs and see who the hell is knocking on the door, which is Acid Spitting Lady. You look down onto the doorstep from the upstairs bedroom and see Miss Miggins, your elderly next-door neighbor. She is beating on the front door with both fists, seemingly trying to break her way in. You are confused as to why she is acting this way until you notice that there is some kind of yellow goo dripping from her mouth. She is clearly one of the infected people that the TV reporter was talking about. Do we go into the kitchen and find something to deal with her? Go upstairs and panic? Jump out of the window and try to land on her? That sounds like a great option. And get the hell out. Well, we can try and go into the kitchen and get something. Oh yeah, life lesson, guys. When an elderly woman is spitting acid, punching them in the mouth is not the solution. So, what do? We run into the kitchen, then realize this possibly wasn't the best idea in the world. Crap. The only way out is the back way you came, and Miss Miggins is already standing in the doorway. Pick up a kitchen knife and cut that bitch's head off. Get a raw bloody hunk of meat from the fridge and offer it to her. Beat the crap out of her. No, you're not going to do that again. Hide in a cupboard. It sounds like a great idea too. Guess we can offer her some meat. Eyes half closed, hands shaking, you hold out the dripping meat and offer it to Miss Miggins. She sniffs it intensely, then takes it from you and starts chewing on it happily, giving out a strange purring noise. You take this as a cue to tiptoe around her and get the hell out of your house. So I'm guessing this is our checkpoint. You head out of your house, only pausing to pick up a rucksack from your shed. You have a feeling it would come in handy. You need to find somewhere to hide out. Where do you go? Let's go head into the countryside. You don't have a car or any other means of transport. You are unable to afford it, seemingly you are an unemployed. What's that? How are you able to afford a house if you can't afford a car? You won it in the raffle. Yeah, that's it. That's some raffle. Anyway, you are soon becoming tired and realize you won't make much headway like this. Luckily, there is a farm nearby. You head over to the farm. As you're near your destination, you hear an array of strange and disturbing noises. There's a low, guttural, whatever it said, moan coming from the farmhouse, and the cattle out back are making sounds unlike anything you have heard before. Well, they could be having an orgasm or something like that. Get out of there and go to the town central. Go straight into the farmhouse. Go see the moo cows. Let's go see the moo cows. You gotta go see moo cows. You head straight over to the, let's see, cattle pen. Oh, aw. Apparently that wasn't a good idea. Cattle pen. The cows are making noises that you couldn't even imagine in your wildest nightmare. When you see the cattle themselves, you intensely vomit up your breakfast. The animals are hideously scarred and welted around their bodies, and many of them appear to have been turned inside out. They see you as soon as you enter they charge. So apparently they killed me. Well, dang. Well, let me try this again. Back to our. Okay, I'm back, and instead of going into the farm place, we went into town. You enter the town central and are terrified by what you see. Mutants are everywhere, and they are killing people left, right, and central. Hideous freaks, worse than in any horror movie you have ever seen, and literally tearing people apart and eating the goo that comes out. These are not zombies, apparently. If you don't act quickly, you will join the long list of victims. Hide in a pile of bin bags, try to sneak by the carnages without being noticed, panic and start running away like a muppet. Go to the pub. Let's get drunk. Let's go to the pub. It would be like Shaun of the Dead or something. Only with mutants. You give a shrug and figure that the world is coming to an end. You might as well have a drink. You head into the nearest pub and are surprised to find it completely empty. Making sure all entryways are barred shut, you proceed to drink yourself into a stupor. When you wake up later that night, everything is quiet. You realize that you can't stay in the pub much as you would like to. There might be plenty of drinks, but this is one of the few pubs left, and that doesn't serve food. So we went back out into the central. You wait until nightfall before leaving your hiding place. An eerie silence has fallen upon the town. More importantly, you're hungry. As you head back into the town central, your empty stomach launches at the sight you came across. The main street is stewed with bodies. None of them appear to be moving. Creep through the bodies, trying not to step on anything. Take the long route around, avoiding the bodies altogether. Run through the bodies as fast as possible. Sounds like a terrible idea, but we are doing it. You figure and it was a terrible idea. You figure the quicker you get out of here, the better. You peg it across the street, stepping on organs as you go, until you suddenly trip over. Your legs feel warm and moist for some reason. Looking back, you see a mutant gulping you backwards into his mouth like a snake. You are clawing at the ground, trying to escape, when you notice another mutant with a mouth like a guillotine? It chomps on your hands, cutting them off instantly, then gets to work on your head. Well, that was bad. And let's get back to our... Okay, so running through the bodies was not a good idea. Take the long route, avoiding the bodies altogether. Sounds better. It took a little longer, but you are not going to risk your life unnecessarily. You are hungry, so decide to go to the supermarket to get some grub. As you approach, you see the lights are still on and there are several people inside. Just as you enter, however, you realize that every single one of them is a mutant. Grab a shopping trolley, get a shopping bag, pretend to be a mutant. You have a sudden urge to go to the toilet. We need to get some food, so let's grab a shopping trolley. So the shopping trolley... Oh, what happened? We got beans! But how do we cook them? Or do we just eat them not raw? Okay, get out of my face, please. I want to read. You receive a 6-can multi-pack of beans. Alright, the shopping trolley proves to be a useful weapon as you use it to barge mutants out of your way to get through to the food. You see a stack of baked beans on special offer and charge straight at it. Several cans fall into the trolley. Happy with your spoils of war, you head straight out of the shopping mart and start transferring as many of the cans as you can into your backpack. The mutants from the supermarket have seen you leave and are giving chase. You run as fast as you can. Where do you go? Where do you go to get away? Head to the town central, drop to your knees and scream, "Why can't we all just get along?" Take a trolley, run up a slope, then push it down the hill towards the mutants. Take a trolley, jump into it, and head down a slope. These all sound awesome, except, yeah, I want to do this one. You shout, "Wee!" as you hurl down the hill to freedom. Then you shout, "Oh shit!" as you notice a brick wall right at the bottom of the hill. Wait, there was a brick wall at the bottom of the hill? Where the hell did it come from? I thought we were on the streets doing this. Anyway, unable to stop, you crash straight into it and fly over the top. You are left with scrapes and bruises, but are otherwise unhurt. You kind of wish you had time to do it again. Yeah, brick walls just appearing in the streets. It's just messed up. So this is our next checkpoint. In need of somewhere safe to hide out, you decide the police station might be the best bet. After all, there will probably be weapons inside. You reach the station and pause. What is the best way in? Burst in through the front door. Knock on the front door and say, "Hey, let me in, I'm not a mutant." Sneak in through the back. I'm gonna do this one. The knocking is noticed by a sole remaining police chief inside. Unfortunately, it is also noticed by the mutant horde. The police chief curses you, then lets you inside. He tosses you a gun and tells you to get ready. The mutants are launching an all-out assault. The mutants have launched an all-out assault on the police station. There are several dozens of them out there, and more appear to be joining every moment. Police chief is screaming obscenity as the wave of enemies get closer and closer. Hold your position and keep firing. Leave the police chief to it. Tell the police chief they have to get out of here. Head to the roof and panic. Not panic. Head to the roof and pick them off from there. Tell him we need to get the hell out of there. Seems like a bad position, or bad place to be shooting. Well, no, I don't know what I'm talking about now. You plead with the insane chief. Tell him there is no way he can beat them all. He's too far gone and seems unable to hear you. Sadly, you'll leave him to his fate. You fight your way through the remaining mutants out the back of the police station. There were far fewer mutants back here, but you still do not have enough bullets for them all. 2 mutants remain. Their tongues are almost as long as the rest of their body and seems to be oozing a deadly poison. Throw the empty gun at them. Back away slowly. Throw a can of beans at the mutant. I don't want to waste my food. I mean, it's my food. I'm pretty sure throwing the gun at them is going to lead to my demise. So let's just back away slowly, I guess. With nothing else to defend yourself with, it seems that you are totally screwed. You backed away slowly from the 2 mutants as they advance. Suddenly, you trip and fall down an open manhole right behind you. There is an almost splash as you hit the foul-smelling sewer water. You are dripping with disgusting liquid, and you don't even want to consider what sort of illness you can pick up from being here. On the plus side, it seems there are no mutants down here. Climb back out, move along through the sewers. You finally find another manhole that you reckon is far enough away from the mutants to be safe. You emerge to find yourself near the outskirts of town. There are no mutants around. After going a few steps, you realize that you absolutely stink. This is not good, because the stench will soon attract a curious mutant. You need to wash and get change of clothes. Go into the nearest house and use the shower. Try to dip in an indoor pool. Go take a dip in an out air swimming pool. Let's go into an indoor pool. You're having a nice relaxing dip in the heated indoor pool. The stench of the sewer is not just a bad memory, and you are starting to feel good about. Is now just a bad memory. I can't speak. Starting to feel good about yourself again. Suddenly, you are brought out of your reverie. Sorry, I cannot speak. When you hear a splash. Trending water, you look over to see a hot, naked chick making her way over to you. You start to get quite excited until you notice the inside of her mouth. There are rows upon rows of sharp-like teeth. She's a mutant, a hot, naked mutant chick. This is ridiculous. Filled with terror, you grab yourself, get the hell out of there, intend to have sex with the hot, naked mutant chick. Offer the hot, naked mutant chick some beans. This is just ridiculous. I would crap myself if I saw that. The water surrounding you turns brown and the mutant chick stops in her tracks. She turns away, seemingly disgusted by your behavior. You luckily, with women, remains the same. Mutant apocalypse or not. You find some new clothes in the changing room and leave the swimming pool. Shopping district, let's see. You go into the small shopping district and wonder what your next move should be. Go into an amusement arcade and play video games. Sit on a bench. Go into the news segment. Screw it, we're gonna play some video games. I wanna play Metroid. While you are busy crap. While you are busy building up a high score in Pac-Man, a mutant with an ice pack for a nose. Wait, what? Oh no. With an ice pick for a nose, sneaks up behind you and plunges it through your skull. Your mother always says video games were bad for you. If it makes you feel better, no one ever beat your high score. Alright, that was a bad choice. Hang on, I'm gonna get back to my point. Alright, I'm back at my point. You go to a small shopping. Oh yeah, I already read this. So playing video games is not the good choice. Sitting on a bench, I'm pretty sure, is not a good choice either. So let's go to the news thing. You pick up a newspaper and wait, what? Oh, you pick up a newspaper and peruse it for information. You find a story about a government plan to add some new experimental mineral to the water supplies to improve the nation's health. This couldn't be the reason behind what's happening, could it? How could you have escaped from infection? You then realize that you hardly ever wash and you only ever drink. You hardly ever wash and you only ever drink beer. Perhaps you need prolonged exposure to becoming infected. Until you find out the truth, you vow to never bathe again. Outside a pet's shop. As you walk along the street, you come across a smashed-up pet store. There doesn't appear to be any pets left inside. At least not living. Well, at least not leaving? Oh, I think that was a misspelling. All except for one small animal standing on the pavement, a gerbil. It appears to be staring at you and making you slightly nervous. Try to stroke it, try to step on it, sing a lullaby, run away, feed it beans. Gerbils like beans, right? Gerbils don't eat beans. Disgusted by your offer, the gerbil leaps up and burrows into your eyeball, not stopping until it reaches the juicy center of your brain. What the hell? So, giving it beans was not the good idea. It like, I don't know. I guess me singing a lullaby. This is gonna go bad. They say that oh. Wait, what happened? I got a gerbil! They say that music soothes the savage beast, and that certainly proved the case this time. The gerbil snuffles up to you and rubs itself against you. It appears you have made a friend. You picked him up and realized he really is a mutant gerbil with razor-sharp teeth. You decided to name him Jerry. You decided you need somewhere quiet to hang out, so you go into the library. Sit back and read a book. Look out of the window to keep watch for mutants. Investigate the library. Look up internet porn. Set Jerry the gerbil on guard duty. Let's read some books. I mean, it's the end of the world. Might as well just read some good books. You get yourself in... What? You get yourself engrossed in the first of the Twilight books. You are so interested in the inspitted crap that you fail to notice the mutants massing outside. By the time you realize what's going on, there is no way out. That sucks. So apparently reading Twilight killed me. That explains. Look out of the window to keep watch for mutants. Investigate the library. Look up internet porn. Set Jerry the gerbil on guard duty. Set Jerry on guard duty. While you're busy looking up While you're busy looking up porn on the internet, Jerry lets out a squeak. You go to the window to see what's he looking at. Mutants are beginning to gather outside the library. Shout, "Go away! Wait just a little longer. Get the hell out. Throw a can of beans at them. We are not wasting our food. Stop giving me that option." I doubt that's gonna work. Oh, guess it did. The mutant realizes you are inside the library and launches a massive assault. You have limited weapons at your disposal, but you have just enough time to set up a trap of some kind. Build a little fort out of books and start throwing books at the mutant. Set up bookshelves to fall down on the mutants. Set all the computers to look up internet porn. Beat the crap out of them through your sheer manliness. This is probably the best choice. You set up books at every entrance in the room you're in and wait for the mutants to come in. As they do, you knock the bookshelf onto them, trapping them underneath, then jump onto the bookshelf to crush their bodies, causing blood to spray up. You do this over and over, laughing insanely as you go. Sounds like me. Reveling in the death and destruction you are causing. After taking down dozens of mutants, they begin to turn tail and flee. You scream after them, "Go on then! Run! Run, you cowards!" as you scream with laughter. Brutality. You decided you have to get the hell out of this town, but you're going to need transport to do so. I guess steal a bike? You find an unattended bike and hop on. It's good for now, but you are pretty unfit and you have no idea how far you'll have to travel before you find decent shelter. You head off to find better transport. You came across a car showroom. There should be an easy way to get into one of these vehicles and claim it for your own. Go straight into the main building. Try to peer through the window of the main building to see if there is anyone inside. Try to hotwire a car on the forecourt. Send Jerry the Gerbil to scout the area. Go get him, Jerry. Jerry discovers there is someone inside. It is the forum sales room owner. The skin on his face has melted away to reveal nothing but a skull, and his body is covered in lethal-looking spines. You will have to get by him somehow. There's no getting around it. You're going to have to kill this mutant somehow. But how is the best way to do it? Grab a car aerial and try to skew it in the head. Try to crush its head to the door. Try to grab it by the torso, run across the room, and bash its head against the opposite wall. Send Jerry the attack gerbil against it. We're gonna let our gerbil do the job. You slip Jerry through the crack in the door and close it promptly. There is silence for a few moments, then a single cry and a patter of gushing blood. You open the door to see Jerry sitting proudly on top of his kill. You need to find some keys. If you're going to use these vehicles to get away, where would the owner have kept the keys? Well, Jerry's done enough. We need to do some stuff on our own. I guess we would look at the front desk. I mean, that's always where I find, like, owner keys and stuff. Jackpot! You found an array of keys, all marked specifically for the cars they operate. You got a choice of vehicles to pick from, and you soon will be driving away from the hellhole of a town to find somewhere quiet, in the hills, far away from civilization. Just as you're beginning to relax, you hear a toilet flush. The door opens, and you turn to see a mutant with no arms and gigantic teeth, with his trousers down and around his ankles. He lets out a terrifying roar. With nowhere else to go, you run into a seating area to discover it's a dead end. Just as you think this might be it, you spot some weapons hidden beneath one of the chairs. This must have been an early hideout for someone. The mutant is now quickly closing in on you. You have to choose weapon to strike back. Pistol, chainsaw, shotgun, sledgehammer. Let's go with the shotgun, I guess. Yeah, so the shotgun sounds pretty good. Now let's kill this non-zombie mutant. You pull out the shotgun and with a single... Oh, awesome. And with a single close-range blast, blows the mutant's head to smithereens. You reload the gun with the last remaining cartridge. In the background, you hear another mutant crying out. The commotion might have disturbed them. You have to get out of here. You have the keys to 4 vehicles, but you will only have the chance to use one of them before the mutants are upon you. Try the SUV at the back of the forecourt. Try the people carrier in the middle of the forecourt. Try the high-end sports car. Try the discounted old Banger out of the back. Everything sounds like it's in the back except for the people carrier one. So let's go with that one. The vehicle is a fairly sturdy fairly sturdy customer and is parked within ease reach of the exit. Just as you start up the engine, one of the mutants finds you and they begin to rush towards you en masse. The mutants are rushing towards you head on. There has to be a dozen of them, and some of them are the most terrifying monsters that you ever seen. Get out of the car and run. Use your shotgun. Try to drive straight into them. Try to drive around them and get through the back. Send Jerry the attack gerbil against this impossible odds. And I doubt Jerry's gonna be able to take them all. And running is not a good idea, so you know what? Let's just avoid this. I'm gonna drive around them. I bet it's gonna be like, oh, you're dead. Oh, never mind. You spin the wheel and riv the car, zipping past them easily. The type... Wait, that's supposed to be tires? The tires squeal as you turn onto the main road, trying to retain traction. You sped away, thinking you're home and dry. As you drive on down the road, you notice another vehicle in your rear view mirror. To your horror, you realize it is the mutants from the showroom. They have taken a truck and are hunting you down. You are jolted in the seat as they ram you from behind. They are trying to force you off the road. This is ridiculous. Put your hazard lights on, maintain speed, and try to keep control. Push the car to its absolute limit. Try to get behind it. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna put my hazard lights on. You put on your... I knew that was gonna happen. You put your hazard lights on in the vain hope that this will get them to keep their distance. No such luck. With one final attack, your car is forced into a lamp post, as you forgot to put on your seatbelt. You go sailing through the windscreen and are dead before you hit the tarmac. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, so that's not a good idea. Just try to get behind them. On a straight bit of road, you brake suddenly and watch as the mutants sail on ahead of you. You turn around and try to lose them, but it's no good. They soon find you and catch up again. You're going to have to try something else. You made it onto the highway, but you have to do something almost about these bastards mutants following you. This is your last chance. What are you going to do? Try to outrun them, go onto the upcoming roundabout and try to shake them off. Trying to ram them off the road. Jerry the attack gerbil goes on a suicide mission. Draw alongside them and Draw alongside them and shoot the driver with your shotgun. Try your ultimate master plan. What is your ultimate master plan? You turn to Jerry and shout at him to take the wheel. What? He scampers onto the steering column and holds the wheel in place while you take out a can of beans and jam it into the accelerator. Shotgun in hand, you open the door as the mutant's truck draws alongside and take a daring leap onto its bonnet. The driver stares at you in disbelief as you strike a pose, draw the shotgun level with his head, and hit him with a full blast. His head explodes and the truck goes out of control. You take a flying leap and scamper onto the bonnet of your car as the truck tips over and explodes in a fireball, killing everyone aboard. You swing into the car and take back control of the wheel. Jerry looks at you with a new level of admiration, and you say, "Ain't no thing for a player." Jerry respects you, drops back to his original level. Jerry's respect for you drops back to its original level. You keep on driving until you find an abandoned hut in the middle of the woodland. It is next to a running stream, and there is plenty of non-infected wildlife and fruits available. You can live here as long as you need. With your companion Jerry the attack gerbil by your side, you shouldn't be too lonely. You barely escaped from the town, and you see no reason to ever go back there. Sure, it means never seeing any human beings for as long as you live, but if that's what you have to do to stay alive, then you're happy to accept the hermit lifestyle. Yay! Everyone survived, and we got a C. That was just ridiculously awesome. Alright guys, that was Mutant Uprising, and check it out on Newgrounds. I thought it was great. Well, stay tuned for more videos. Bye guys. Wait, hang on. Yeah, bye guys.